Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss.
And I'm Natalie Herbick, and we are taking you on a one-of-a-kind road trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This is one of those great places in the Great Smoky Mountains. It's the entrance to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, the most visited national park in the country.
Driving down here, going through all the mountains, it was so beautiful. You kind of didn't know what you were going to see when you made your way down here, and boy, was it a surprise.
You know, I heard all about the great arts and crafts here. You're going to see all of that. The first Pancake House in Tennessee, when we drove past that place, there were people coming out the door. We went inside. You won't believe what you see.
And you know what? I've heard it's a place where a lot of people get hitched. They get married.
Oh yeah, you get married
I might even do that down here while I'm, why not?
There's some great theater. You're going to see a mentalist. That'll be good. So like a hypnotist kind of dude.
I know, I'm really nervous about that one.
And don't forget we said mountains, so there's skiing here. This is a 4-season resort town and a lot to do, and you're going to have a great time. And speaking of mountains, where should I go?
Where should you go?
I'm going to the mountains. I'll see you there.
All right, I'm gonna go get some moonshine,
Okay.
so I'll meet you at the bottom of the mountain.
I have found my way into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. How about that? This is beautiful, incredible. One of the most visited parks, I think the most visited park in America. And I've also, I had this visitor information. I got the Smoky guide, but better than that, I've got Brad, the park ranger, right?
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun getting here this far. And we've seen some terrific things, haven't we, already?
We really have. A lot of different types of plants. And
Like I saw some ground cover I'd like to have in my yard. I saw some plants over there that I have in my yard that are bigger than ever. And it's just an incredible amount of things you can discover here, huh?
yes, sir. We've got nearly 17,000 different types of living plants and animals here in the Smokies, one of the most diverse areas in the world.
How about wildlife? Should I be concerned about running into one of them, what do they call them, bars up here?
Bars. Really, black bears are not like brown bears or grizzly bears. They're not as aggressive. What we tell people is just really to keep their space, about 50 yards, and keep their distance and don't try to approach them. And you shouldn't have any problem at all.
Okay, so it's a big park. How many acres is this thing?
521,000 acres.
So it's a large park. And how many entrances? We're here in Gatlinburg, which is, this is like the gateway, they say, to the park,
sir.
right?
We have 3 main entrances. We have one in Gatlinburg, and we also have one in Cherokee, North Carolina. And then we have one in Townsend, Tennessee, which comes in from the south side over there.
Okay, I cruise into town. I'm in Gatlinburg, and this is the reason Gatlinburg's here, right?
Yes, sir.
Because of the mountains, the Smoky Mountains. Why do they call them the Smoky Mountains?
Well, it goes back to the Cherokee Indian. The Cherokees called this place the place of the blue smoke, even before the first white settlers came in this area. And I've actually looked back on maps going back to the 1790s, and it's called Smoky Mountains even during that time. The word great didn't come into play till really the national park came around.
You think it has something to do with those clouds floating
there's
around?
no doubt.
Yeah.
The Cherokee even thought that the mountains were even on fire for a long time.
No kidding.
That's why they call them Smokies.
Yeah. Hey, I only have like an hour or 2 hours because there's so many things to do in Gatlinburg. I mean, it's a party in town. There's the wildlife out here. I'm here at this falls. What's this called, and what kind of things should I see?
Well, Cataract Falls is a beautiful waterfall. It's about a 35-foot falls, and this is probably one of the more popular falls that we have here in the Smokies. But I tell you, for folks who have never been to the Smokies before, I tell them to go to the top.
Really?
Yeah, because this is one of the highest points in the eastern United States. On a clear day, you see 200 miles up there. And Cleveland's Dome is just a gorgeous, a pretty easy walk to get up there to it. But on a cloudy day like today, walking out to a beautiful waterfall, maybe going out to the valleys and seeing wildlife, good things to do.
And there's another thing I liked about this. When I pulled up to the spot to pull into the park, I reached into my pocket here. I was going to give out some money. They said, put it back in your pocket.
This is a free national park, and we're the only free national park in the nation. And that goes back to when this park was created. The park was created out of private lands, and there were some agreements made that we've never charged a fee going into this park.
I like it. Those are Mossman prices. And then I probably should ask you, what's the dumbest question somebody's ever asked you here? I want to find out if it was one of mine.
No, yours are actually good questions. Probably the one that is the nice one I can talk about is the one about the elk question. We released elk here in the Smokies back about 10 years ago. And one of the questions is that when do white-tailed deer turn into elk, at what elevation? And we tell people around 3,100 feet.
Yeah, well, just go that way.
Yeah.
The other thing you could tell them is you could tell them, go to town, have some moonshine, and then you'll really find out, right?
You find pink ones there, so.
Yeah, let's find out what Natalie's finding over there.
All right, I quickly learned when I came to Gatlinburg that I cannot leave here without having some moonshine.
Exactly.
So I have Johnny Bootlegger here with me. Where are we?
We're at Old Smokey Moonshine in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
All right, so you guys make all of this right here.
We do. Every drop is made right here at our distillery.
Now, being from up north, can you explain to me what moonshine exactly is?
Well, our version of moonshine is pre-prohibition, no sugars added. We use corn, yeast, water, a little bit of rye, and a whole lot of passed down through the generations on how to make.
You know, I know so little about this that I didn't know that it was legal to sell this stuff now.
Tennessee passed legislation back the end of 2009, and so enabling us to open here in 2010. So we've been here 3 years now.
So take me through the process here real quick. What do we got
we
going
actually
in
have
here?
our own grist mill where we grind our corn. We get our corns locally. So this is where we start the process in the cooker right here. And basically what we're doing is cooking the ground corn down to convert the sugars or the starches to sugars.
Okay.
And because the sugars derived from the corn is what produces the moonshine, the alcohol. And then once we finish the cook, then we transfer to the fermentation tanks like you see right here. You're welcome to take a taste. It's not bad.
You can put your finger in there like that?
Sure. It's not bad. It's not started turning yet.
Tastes
Fermentation.
like corn.
Yeah, that's a new cook right there. But this will actually work off. And you notice the bubbles and everything?
Yeah?
These are actually water-cooled vats because you have to cool that cook down before you add your yeast and everything.
Okay.
And so the bubbling and everything you're sitting on top is once the yeast starts activating and converting the sugars to alcohol, it's also producing a CO2 gas. So all the gas bubbling and rumbling makes it look like it's actually
Rumbles
heated.
up.
And then we take the entire mash, both the solids and the liquids, and we convert to the still here. Basically, we're extracting the alcohol vapor off the mash. Alcohol vapor collects up here in the column head, or the horse head they called it back in the day, and then comes across through this two-barrel system. And of course, the final is you have to condense the alcohol vapor back to a liquid. This is actually runoff water coming off the barrel here. You can feel the warmth. This is actually cold water feeding through, and you notice how it turns warm, but then feel right here. Feel how cool the moonshine.
I'm allowed to touch all of this. That's moonshine?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, that's not water, is it?
Oh, okay. And now I still have to go taste some samples?
Well,
I just did a little lick on my finger.
The samples are a lot better. We do a double distillation here, which that's the second distillation.
Let's go. I mean, I can't not taste some samples, right? So let's go over, all right?
All right.
All right, Johnny, so you guys sell this by the can.
By the jar.
By the jar, I should say. See, I can't even get it right.
By the jar, and you haven't even sampled yet.
So
it's okay.
You're gonna let me sample though.
We offer 9 different flavors, and then plus our clears. So yeah, let's go over and try some here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous.
We're gonna start off.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you? We're gonna start off.
Good morning. We're gonna start the morning off right. Apple pie.
Apple pie was a gold medal, our first gold medal winner, best of class.
What proof is this?
This is 40 proof. All the flavors are 40 proof.
Are you tasting one with me?
Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be trouble. Cheers.
And how smooth is that?
That's smooth. It's not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
This is blackberry. This is our silver medal winner, best of class.
Is it possible that my body's already hot and tingly after one?
Maybe it's my cologne.
Maybe it's just you. All right, cheers to this one.
Cheers to the blackberry.
It's good. It's good. It's strong. It's strong. Can you drink a full one of these?
Not and stand up.
Okay, all right.
That's why we say shine responsibly in all of our ads. You know, you have to shine responsibly. Okay, we're gonna step up now. We're gonna finish strong.
I had a feeling
with the original corn liquor.
And we're going from 40
double
proof
distill.
to what?
This is your true moonshine.
So that means it's 100%?
This is 100%. Now, you're gonna get an Appalachian pedicure because when the burn hits your toes, it's gonna bleach your toenails out. But it's gonna really, no, stay with me.
I'm with you, I'm with you.
This is good. Grab your glass here.
I'm doing this for all of you, okay?
Down the hatch.
Oh, Lord.
We're on camera.
I know. Oh, that's good.
That's what my papa used to say. Oh, God, that's good. No, I'm just
You know
kidding.
what, though? It is worth it to come and taste this. Where are we again? Because I don't even know if I can say it.
We're at Old Smokey Moonshine in Gatlinburg. You're kicking me. It's hard.
Come see Johnny. Thanks so much. All right, we're going to try to outdo this. I don't know if it's possible. We're going to have more from Gatlinburg right after this.
Hey, good cooking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Welcome back to our road trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I am at one of the main attractions right now. It's called Over Gatlinburg, which means above Gatlinburg or on top of. So you can imagine the views that we are about to see. Kent is waiting for me inside, so let's go.
We're going to be traveling 2.1 miles to the resort on top of the mountain.
And it takes us about 10 minutes
It takes
or
about
so?
10 to 15 minutes depending on our speed. We adjust our speed based on the number of people we have and the number of trips we need to make.
So people take this to head up to the resort. Do people ever take this just to get an amazing view?
Yes, it actually started as a view attraction, but then we realized that the resort needed an alternative to get there in the wintertime because they closed the road. So it serves two purposes now.
So people tend to maybe do that if they're, say, someone like me and is afraid of heights and doesn't really like doing something like this.
She got a good grip on right here, but yes, it's a good alternative for those that have those challenges.
Well, I'm really excited because once we get to the top, you're going to show us the entire resort, right?
Yes, we have a lot to offer to you. We are a 4-season resort, and so we have a lot of activities, a lot to do.
Well, I'm very excited to see what's in store.
All right, guys, watch your step.
All right, so we are now in the middle of the resort, right?
Yep, welcome to our mountain resort. This is a cool place because we have an ice rink mall, and of course this is year round.
Hence me adding on the jacket because where do you get an ice rink in the middle of the place?
Nice and cool in the summertime. This building consists of retail shopping and food venues, and this is open year round. As far as our attractions, we are 4 seasons, so we have outdoor activities during the summertime. We're basically an amusement park. So as you come outside, we've got our alpine slide, scenic chairlift, amazing maze, we have chair swing, we have kiddie rides, and we have 3 water rides.
And you have animal exhibits too, right?
And we have our wildlife encounter, which consists of outdoor and indoor exhibits, and it's animals that are native to the area. So people are always looking for, I want that bear encounter, and we can provide it to them.
At a safe distance.
At a safe distance, exactly.
And then in the wintertime, there's tubing, what else do you have?
Wintertime, we completely flip activities, and we're a ski resort. So we have skiing, snowboarding, and tubing. And that's, of course, this is all outdoors. And our season runs generally from mid-December to early March.
And speaking to the retail, you have, obviously you have all the gear one might need in some of these great stores.
We actually take one of our retail shops and we change it to strictly a ski accessory and equipment shop. So you can literally show up here in the outfit that you're in right now, and we will
come out a snow bunny, right?
Rig you, and you will be styling in your costume. Yes, indeed.
All right, and another thing that I heard is that you have revamped one of your great restaurants here.
Yes.
Well, let's go check it out.
Let's check it out.
Okay. Well, this restaurant, Kent, is really unbelievable. Huge space. I can just see families wanting to come in here, sit down, and relax after they hit the slopes.
Yes, this is all about coming in, thawing out, and getting a good meal.
And you have obviously prepared 2 great meals right in front of me. What do we have?
Yes, we have steak and we have seafood pasta. This is a full-service restaurant. We have a new, improved, varied menu. We've given the old girl a facelift. The structure that we're in right now was built in 1962. We are offering areas for groups so that we can do events, everything from the Rotary Club to a full wedding reception and everything in between.
And you really have everything you would want as far as food goes, and definitely hearty meals there then once they wrap things up for the day.
We challenge any of the restaurants in downtown Gatlinburg. We can compete with their menu.
Do you think you can compete with this place that has great pancakes downtown?
Well, yes.
All right, we're gonna check that out. That is where David is right now.
The sun is coming up in Gatlinburg and we are ready for breakfast, and we're at the Pancake House. I understand this is the first Pancake House in town.
It's the first Pancake House in the state of Tennessee.
There you go. This is Jim, and he's the man, and everybody says you should be mayor.
We've been here 53 years.
53 years. Now, somebody told me a story about when the Confederates were here, they were making hoe cakes out of corn, and then that's what started the flapjack pancake thing here.
There's a gap of about 100 and some years in there.
That's what I thought.
But
what's that?
Yeah, that's a peach delight.
Peach delight, huh? Yeah. Are those pancakes different than regular pancakes?
Those are crepes. We have 7 different batters that we utilize, and this happens to be one of them. Buttermilk is another one. Buckwheat is another one.
This guy right behind here he's putting strawberries and whipped cream and bananas and.
That's a children's dish.
Not if I get a hold of it first.
Well, we can make you one.
Hey, what's your favorite?
Everything on the menu I like. If I don't like it, it doesn't get on the menu.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. Hey, we were just taking a look at these brown ones. Are those buckwheat or chocolate?
That's buckwheat.
Buckwheat?
Real buckwheat. We import that from a mill that grinds the buckwheat itself.
Blueberries are those different? Those
are right.
Yeah?
Very good.
Now I see the guys back there over on this side. They got bacon, they got potatoes, they got hash.
No, that's a pig in a blanket right there.
The waffle, bacon waffle, very good, excellent.
And I gotta tell you, it's so much fun to see all the families out there because we see big groups of kids and grandparents.
We're in the 4th generation of some families. People that were kids when their grandparents brought them are now bringing their grandkids. You know, so we've been here a long, long time. So it's probably the oldest restaurant in the county.
So you saw Gatlinburg really grow right from the beginning, huh?
We started in 1960, and we're open year-round, 363 days a year.
So how many pancakes do you guys think you make here a year?
Millions.
Millions. You put a sign out there like the Golden Arches, forget about it, right? I gotta tell you, you got great food too. Great looking stuff, everyone's having a great time. We're having a great time in Gatlinburg, no doubt about that.
Well, that's good.
That's the first Pancake House in Tennessee, you say, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Great, Jim. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hey, you know, we have a commercial break coming up here, and I was thinking after the break I was going to go to another family place. Would you recommend the aquarium?
That'd be excellent. They've done a super job.
That's where we're headed. We'll see you after the break.
Okay.
Look at that, like right above you. Oh, thank God there's a piece of glass in between us. Wow. Welcome back. Smells a little fishy around here. We are at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, and Andy, where are we right now?
We are in our Shark Lagoon tunnel, which, as you can see, we're on a moving walkway that takes you through the tunnel that's roughly 100 yards long, which gives you a very unique perspective of the animals as you're looking up at them, as opposed to typically looking, down into the tank.
This is is this one of the largest tunnel aquariums?
Yes, this is one of the longest tunnels in the world.
in the world. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it really puts you up close and personal with these things.
It really does. It's a very unique perspective.
So is this one of the main attractions that people come from all over to see?
Yes, this is definitely one of our biggest draws. People love this perspective, and like I said, it's just, you know, they can stand here and just enjoy themselves. They're not trying to keep up with their kids or whatever.
And I noticed that you can actually touch stingrays here too. You
can, up in our upper A bay. We do dive shows in our ray bay, and then once you exit the dive show and go upstairs, you can pet the rays and really interact with them a little bit as well.
So I know you might not know all of the names of these sharks or anything like that. I think there'd be far too many in there. But I mean, do you know how many fish that you have throughout this entire aquarium?
We have thousands of fish in here, and it would be a huge overstatement for me to say that I knew anything about them.
What else am I missing that you have? I saw in the play area for the little kids, it seems like they have tunnels for them to kind of go up into to feel like they're in with the fish.
We're always trying to find new ways for kids to interact and kind of play while they're learning here. So that's one thing we use a lot of is our tunnels. Whether they're in the Penguin Playhouse or out in the Discovery Center to allow the kids to kind of feel like they're in the tank.
I just noticed as we're passing by that they said that the scratches in the acrylic are from shark attacks. Are they coming at people here? Is that what they're trying to do?
We had one minor attack where they just hit the glass and scuffed it up. But it's always something cool to look for while you're here in the tunnel.
Look at that, like right above you. Oh, thank God there's a piece of glass in between us. Wow. Is that the reaction you get from people a lot? They're just in awe?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said before, you're used to looking down at them and, you know, seeing the fin come out of the water, and now you get to be under them. And one thing that's really cool is seeing their teeth and actually getting to see how many teeth there are.
Well, thank you so much, Andy, for allowing me to come through the tunnel and to see this awesome aquarium. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you.
All right, so I wonder where David is. I've heard that he might be at some iconic hotel that's very close by.
One of the things I've learned while traveling on the road is you want to put yourself right in the middle of everything. So Gatlinburg Inn, I think, is the right place, right, Gary?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you know, you check in here, you walk across the street, you can go anywhere you want to go. You can walk to dinner, walk to breakfast, walk to lunch.
Yes, we're right in the center of downtown. There's fine dining this direction, just a couple of blocks. We've got attractions this direction. We're right in the middle of everything. So.
Yeah, and you've been here, what, how many years?
We've been here since 1937, 76 years.
You know, I walked in the front door and I saw some pictures on the wall of some guys that, well, they look pretty young to me, but I think I've seen these guys before. They look sort of famous.
Yeah, there's several famous people who've stayed here over the years, Liberace being one of the most notables. The song Rocky Top was written here in room 388, which is the school song of the University of Tennessee. So,
I noticed a guy sitting next to Liberace, sitting on a rail with a big stogie. Who's that guy? Just maybe
that one I'm not sure of. Yeah. I know J.C. Penney's on that wall.
Really?
Pete Maravich.
Pete Maravich?
Yeah, Pete Maravich.
Pistol Pete, the basketball player.
Yes, Pistol Pete stayed here as well.
If you put a hoop up on that ridge there, he could probably make the shot from here, huh?
Yes.
See, this is another great thing about this place, folks. I mean, of course you got the pool, you got the city and all that, but you can get rural in a hurry, can't you?
Yes, the national park is just this direction, just about a mile, and then you've got the sky lift here that takes you up on top of this mountain. You can get rural in a big hurry.
How many rooms here?
We have 70 rooms.
70 rooms. I also noticed, I tell you, I love reading this stuff when you first walk into these buildings, especially historical places. I was reading about how much it cost to stay here like a million years ago. It was $4.50 a night.
Probably something like that, yes. Yeah, times have changed a little.
Yeah. So we're from Cleveland, Ohio, so we flew down here. Do you see a lot of people from Ohio drive down here to stay in your place?
A lot of folks from Ohio, yes. Yeah. They love the atmosphere, they love the history, the ambiance.
Gatlinburg, man, it's something,
just blown away by it, yes.
And you say we're just a short way from the park?
About a mile.
Yeah. So if I were to go to the park, like, what would I do when I go to the park?
There's hiking, there's horseback riding, there's old homesteads out in Cades Cove.
And
lots of things.
And there's some comfort here at the...
And lots of comfort here, yes.
Gatlinburg Inn.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I guess we're going to do some more stuff here in Gatlinburg. Let me see. We're going to commercial break right now, but when we come back, you know what it is? It's arts and crafts. I think you're going to love it.
Well, you can fly on these.
Yeah, you can if you want, right?
Okay.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. We're in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and of course we're talking about arts and crafts, right? Well, so much is going on downtown that a lot of the art community moved up to an area called Glades Road. And this is Glades Road Art Community is a space that's about 8 miles long and a whole bunch of stores like, well, hillbilly antiques, junk and such. And if you listen real closely a little bit, you might hear a little music you might remember from a movie called Titanic. So we get a little, not only art for the eyes, but some art for the ears. But the person I want you to meet, folks, is a lady who's, well, she moved here from Cleveland, actually, and she's been here for some time. Her name is Dottie. I think it's going to be fun. Okay, I'm looking for Dottie, if we can find her. Here's Dottie right back here, huh?
I'm Dottie, hello.
Hey, Dottie, I got to tell you, I've heard a lot about your store because somebody told me that you collect stuff that's been made here in these mountains for a long time by families that have made it over generations.
Yes, I do have several of those. Actually, she's a 7th generation weaver.
This lady here?
Yes, and her beautiful wearable art, and well as some of wall art, you know, it goes back to the settler days.
Mm-hmm. Is this also from Cleveland?
Okay, this gentleman is here. He teaches wood turning at our art school, Airmont. He does beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous work.
That is fantastic. What kind of wood do you think that is?
Okay, then.
Look on the, oh yeah, let's see. There it is on the box elder.
Yeah, there you go.
How are you about that? You're pretty good, man. I like you. Somebody told me there was a broom over here.
Okay, the broom.
I had a friend who used to drive one to work.
Well, you can fly on these.
Yeah, you can if you want, right?
Okay, this is by the broom maker, David Ogle. His family goes back to the settler days, and they hand tie their brooms. He also carves, and he does walking sticks.
That's really cool, too. It's got a lot of curves in it. And so would somebody actually use this, or would they just keep it as an art piece?
I use that broom. It's actually 8 years old now.
Hey, you know what? I heard the whole street is like eight miles up, and there's a whole bunch of different people. What other kind of people do we find on the street here?
Okay, you're going to have people who do glass, sculpture, leather, jewelry, basket making, wonderful pottery here, ceramics, you have restaurants, cafes, we have a tea room, there's lodging.
It's a party waiting to happen. Look at this.
This is blown glass.
Look at these little pendants.
It's fumed with 24 karat gold like Murano in Italy. And he used to blow glass on my old porch.
Really?
So yeah, this is his family, the Trolls, that's 2nd generation. And so they've been around from Denmark in America since 1949. So,
okay, now somebody told me you used to live in the Cleveland area, you live in Gatlinburg now, so should people in Cleveland come down here to Gatlinburg?
Absolutely, of course. They can come visit and we'll talk about their area.
Okay, that sounds terrific.
All right, I am at the bottom of the Space Needle in the Iris Theater, and the reason why I'm here is because this is the #1 show to come and see when you're in Gatlinburg. This guy, Billy, right?
That's right, Bill.
Go by Bill?
Yeah, you can call me Billy if you want, but Bill.
I like Billy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
So he's a mentalist. What does that technically mean?
It can mean all kinds of things. I don't believe in psychics, though, so it depends on how you portray yourself. I actually debunk psychics, so I prove them wrong. And a lot of the show is built on that work that I've done debunking psychics, and I duplicate what they've done. But instead of being a real psychic, I don't believe in them, and I do the same thing they do every day. I lie, steal, and cheat.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Well, hey, I don't think people want to hear me talk. I think they want you to give them a taste of what they could see if they came here. So, I mean, I'm nervous, but I guess I'm here to kind of help you out in that sense.
I promise, it'll be fun.
Okay.
And the tools that I use, though, it's psychology and social dynamics and just reading body language. So we have some cups here.
Okay.
And you have something that you can put under the cups?
Yes, I'll
put a ring.
Ring. Does that work?
That'll work. All right,
okay.
So now what you're going to do is go ahead and step behind the table.
Okay.
You are going to hide, I'm going to turn around, you're going to hide your ring under one of the cups.
Okay.
All right?
Gotcha.
Okay, let me know when you're done.
Done.
You're done. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to say it is not number 3. Not number 3. Nobody puts it under the middle cup. Now, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
You're right-handed. I'm going to go on the other side of you. How's that? Hold your right hand over the middle cup. Now you think about where you put that ring, but don't draw my attention to it, and don't move your arm, at least not consciously.
Okay.
Oh, she's shaking.
I'm nervous.
I think you hit it on this side someplace. Now what we're doing is reading your body language, almost like a poker tell. You have a good poker hand, you have a certain body language. You have a bad poker hand, you have a different body language. My job is to read your body language, find out where you put that stupid ring. I think it's number 2. Yes.
That's good. So you don't have anything more up your sleeve for me, do you?
I can, but how much time do
what can you do in 60 seconds, say? Anything?
We can embarrass you in 60 seconds. How's
All
that?
right, do that.
We'll play a
Why
mind
not?
game. How's that?
Okay.
You win. It's like a game. I win or you win.
Just don't throw anything that's going to make my crew mad at me.
No.
Okay.
You win if you lie about everything that you're about to tell me.
Okay.
Okay, so just lie.
All right.
You ready?
Okay.
Let's see. Where are you originally from?
Pittsburgh.
Okay, that was not a lie.
Oh yeah, that was.
Okay, you lost already. Let's try this again. So, are you ready?
In case you didn't know.
Where are you originally from?
Tennessee.
Okay, now, all you have to do is I'm gonna ask you 5. You have to get them all wrong. You have to tell. Okay.
Okay.
So Tennessee's the first one. Let's see. What do you do for a living?
I am a swimmer.
Swimmer. What's your favorite food?
I would say spinach.
Spinach. How many questions is that so far?
3.
Man, you lost again.
I don't like this guy.
So everybody can try that at home. It works well.
I like it. So you bring people up here, and do you just pick people out of the audience, or how
yeah, it's more of a body reading, and like I said, I lie, steal, and cheat. So all throughout the show, it's 75 minutes, and what I do is some of it is psychology, some of it is social dynamics, which is how people interact in groups. Some of it is just tricks, but it's mixed so well together that you can't really tell where one starts and the other one ends. So it gives the appearance of a 75-minute mind reading of the whole audience.
I like it. I like it. So, do you know where I'm going after the break by any chance? Where we're going to after this?
I'm gonna say somewhere in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
No.
No. Okay. Bathroom?
We're going to a barbecue place in Gatlinburg right after this. Oh, that is
it good?
really good. If you're like me, and when you're making those drives and you're coming into town, you're hungry, you might need to stop and get a bite to eat. Hungry Bear BBQ is the place to come on your way into Gatlinburg and find this guy. And he's already gonna, what, are you putting me to work already?
Yeah, already.
All right, Paul, this is his place. He's smoking stuff out here, right?
That's right, smoking
What
it
are
all.
you smoking in there?
I got chicken, ribs, I got pork butts, and I got brisket.
Pork butts and brisket.
Yes.
So you do all of the magic out here?
All the magic.
So how long does it take to cook, say, the ribs or the chicken?
The ribs take about 6 hours to cook. We slow cook them. The chicken takes about 4.5 to 5. And the pork butt and the brisket takes all day, 12 to 14 hours.
And you stand out here the entire time, right?
The
All 14
whole time,
hours?
the whole time.
And you watch it?
Yes, I do, the whole time.
So where did you come up with the idea of doing this?
We come up with it just to give Gatlinburg something different to eat, just to try something different, see if we could make it work, and fortunately it did work for us.
So can you pull something out of here and show
Yeah.
me? Well, show me what would you do with the ribs if they were done and ready to go?
I'll pull them out, and I'll set them on the full. Then I'll take my secret rib sauce.
Your secret rib
Yep,
sauce?
secret rib sauce.
Give me a taste of that.
And I'll put some sauce on them.
What's in it?
Just sugar.
Just teasing.
Sugar, spices,
It's
salt.
good.
Yeah, onions, pepper, all kinds of good stuff.
So you wrap it all up?
Yeah, you wrap it like that. Make sure you wrap it real tight.
and then you just set it back on the grill like that.
Sounds like something you would want at the end of a long drive to get into town, right?
Oh yeah. It's real good food.
So, real good food. Speaking of real good food, did you bring this out for me to try? What's in here?
Well, right here we have our pulled pork.
Okay.
And then we have our St. Louis style ribs right there.
I'm a rib girl, so I'm gonna try a rib. Mmm, that's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
All the sausage you add onto it?
Yeah, the sauce we add.
Which one should I try?
Probably the sweet's our most favorite. We tried to change the recipe one time and they didn't like it.
People got mad?
Yeah, they got mad.
So this must be really good sauce.
It must be.
Oh, that is
it good?
Really good.
It's good.
Can I come back here again?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay. I'm gonna keep eating. My co-host, David, he's at this place called is it Fanny?
Sweet Fanny Adams.
Sweet Fanny Adams. Is it a theater?
It's a theater.
Theater, that's what it is. All right, he's over there right now. Let's go check that out.
Hello, friends. Come on in. We tip our hats to you.
Well, we just had some barbecue, so how about something sweet, like Sweet Fanny Adams, huh?
Indeed.
This is one of those places, I guess, it's a theater, folks, and this is Chris. And this is one of those places where families could come in and be entertained, and it's been going on for a long time, what, 37 years or so?
Yes, we opened here in Gatlinburg in 1977. It's a small theater, family run. My mom and dad started the theater here in Gatlinburg.
No kidding. So you were the little kid that, they didn't put you up on the soapbox to perform for the relatives. They put you on the real stage.
Exactly. My first year performing with them was in 1984.
Yeah. So what's the magic of the place? I read somewhere that they call this a National Historical Treasure. That's big words.
It is. Actually, it was the Tennessee State Senate came down in 2002, viewed the show, and they decided to make us part of the Historical Motor Nature Trail, and we're a historical venue now.
So how would you describe what you guys do? I mean, I see the shoes. Those are pretty snappy. So I imagine there's some comedy involved.
Yes, we don't do anything too seriously here at Sweet Fanny Adams. We do the world's shortest version of Romeo and Juliet. We do it in about 10 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
Now, where's the balcony for that?
Oh, it's a ladder.
I shall climb the highest
Whoa! You're not climbing anything. Just back up. Absolutely not! You touch this ladder and you're a dead man.
I've heard there's some interesting things. Like I was talking to some of the folks in town, people who have seen shows here, and they say there's oftentimes a reveal within a show that you don't expect that takes the audience, like.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the many unique things about our theater is every year we change our shows. So if you saw us last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, each year we have 2 brand new original musical comedies.
Yeah. Okay. So who is the audience? I mean, should you bring your kids in here too? Or?
It's suitable for all ages. Everyone has a great time.
Well, you started when you were a kid. You might as well be you, right?
Exactly. My nephews range from 5 to 9, and they all come. They love the shows as well.
Does the audience ever participate in the show, or are they part of the show in a way?
Yes, there's a lot of audience participation. In each show, we have an old-fashioned sing-along, led by an old-fashioned sing-along leader, who believes a sing-along is just that, a sing-along. If you don't sing along, you might be pulled up on stage with us.
Oh, so if you don't perform, you're going to put them on the spot.
Exactly.
Has anybody seen my cow? Round of applause!
What's your favorite show you've done here in recent years?
It's hard to say. Each year they're just magical and fun. Each year it's a new experience. So it's.
So do you have brothers and sisters that do this with you?
Right now, me and my sister and my brother-in-law are running the theater.
Yeah.
But we have cast members. We have one cast member that's been with us for over 28 years.
So you ever get family squabbles, the guys throwing tantrums, and then you have to come up here and play nice, or is this your opportunity to get back at them and manipulate a little bit?
Once the light comes on, you step on the stage. It doesn't matter what's going on in real life. You're in the mode, and the show is what matters.
Yeah. What's the show going on now?
Right now, we have Steam, the high-flying escapades of Penelope Farthing. It follows an old-fashioned melodrama. There's dastardly villains, a heroine, a reluctant hero, and it all takes place in a fictitious steampunk Victorian era.
You got that out, man. That was good. And you play almost all the characters?
In that one, I play Captain Mallinger, a former airship captain 20 years past his prime.
How do you remember all this stuff?
The brain's like a sponge.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Check it out. It's called the Sweet Fanny Adams Theater.
You're getting married today.
Am I getting married today?
Coming up, Natalie's getting hitched.
Welcome back to our road trip to Gatlinburg. Lee, is there something that someone didn't tell me?
You're getting married today.
Am I getting married today? I'm not getting married.
I think we can find you a better groom.
Oh, don't say that.
At least younger.
We are at the chapel at the park, right?
Yes.
And what I found out that I thought was extremely surprising was that you are, I'll let you say it, compared to other cities, you are in what
We're the second
position?
busiest wedding destination city in America,
I had
only
no idea.
topped by Las Vegas.
That's
They
a
call
pretty
this
big
the
deal.
Christian Las Vegas, in fact.
Makes good
Yes.
sense. So how many weddings would you say you have a year here?
Well, the county itself does somewhere between 14 and 20,000 weddings a year, which is why we're second. We have several venues. This is our largest and nicest. It's a 3-acre estate, and we do about 1,000 weddings a year on this property.
So, and you have both an indoor and outdoor space.
That's correct. We seat 50 inside and 70 outside.
70 outside? So talk to me a little bit about the inside space.
The interior chapel is what was built first. We do everything from elopements where just the bride and groom come to weddings that have up to 45, 50 guests. And we also provide reception facilities, everything they need from flowers, tuxedos, limousines. We even have a bridal store where they can pick things out for their wedding.
So you can basically, a couple can come down here and you can suit them with everything they need for a wedding.
Exactly. Most of our brides, especially those from Ohio, which is about 18% of our market.
Really?
Yes, have never been to the property before the day they get married or the day before. If they go to GatlinburgWeddingCenter.com, they can actually do everything that they need to do before they come. And Tennessee is a very friendly wedding license state. No blood test, no waiting. For about $48, they can spend the rest of their lives together. With a wedding license, yes.
That's all you need. And this is the outdoor space?
Yes, we actually abut the National Park on the other side of the candles. And depending on the time of the year, in the fall it's gorgeous oranges and reds. This is obviously summer. And in spring, there's beautiful dogwoods everywhere.
So I feel like this is very serene and beautiful out here. Do people prefer one over the other as far as inside or outside?
You know, it just depends. And the nice thing, of course, we never do more than one wedding on the estate at a time. So if the weather's bad, they go inside.
And so they can just call you then, or they can go to the website, right?
GatlinburgWeddingCenter.com, or call us, book the entire wedding, everything from lodging to the wedding itself.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'll be back here someday. You can help me out, okay?
We'll take care of it.
All right, I'm gonna toss the bouquet to him, and thank you so much
Thank
for
you. It's a
allowing us to
pleasure
come
meeting
down.
That's pretty out there. That was our hotel. What do you think?
That's where we stay. Can you believe this view? It doesn't feel like we're in the United States.
It took a whole show to get up here, 400 feet in the air. It's called the Space Needle, and it's a nice little ride.
Wait, I'm
isn't it?
just gonna stand here. Are you proud of me right now?
Oh yeah.
400 feet, and I'm looking over the edge.
She doesn't like heights very much. Well, we had a great time. These are the Great Smoky Mountains. We're at the entrance to the Smoky Mountain National Park, and Gatlinburg has been a lot of fun, especially for people who enjoy things like the shore, Cedar Point,
Las
Disneyland,
Vegas almost?
Las Vegas, Branson, all those kind of things. If you want to go to like maybe like the biggest carnival
around, I mean, it's just a strip.
It is a show out here, folks.
It's all right below us.
A lot of stuff to do. And I got to tell you, that park is just a great idea too. You know, we saw a lot of people come into town with RVs and campers and that kind of thing. And what a great way to like combine the two things. A crazy party, some beautiful nature, just a fabulous place.
And I want to make note, you can get that moonshine that we tasted in 49 states right now, including Ohio.
We met Gina from Ohio here, we met Ray from Ohio here, and guess what, folks? It only takes you 8.5 hours to get here if you want to visit Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah, take the campers or even fly down. Maybe we'll see you here.
Time for us to load up, get back home. I'm David Moss.
And I'm Natalie Herbeck.
We'll see you on the next
New Day Cleveland.
So long.